approaching Whittle.
Hi, my name is Rhianna and today we're going to visit the Hedgehog Haven located in Whittle, Essex.
Hedgehog Haven is a rescue centre that's just specific to hedgehogs. It was started about 15 years ago by 3 people who were volunteering at a general wildlife rescue and realised there was a need for a specific hedgehog rescue. So we rescue, rehabilitate and then release our native hedgehogs. When you lose some of them, when people find a hedgehog out in the daylight, it's already really quite sick, so you're already starting at a very low base. And some you can save and some you can't. Those moments aren't nice. You know, it can knock you back a bit like that, especially if you have, like this week I've taken in 4 and we've lost 3. So it can knock you back a bit, but at the same time all the other rescues are going through the same thing. It's the time of year, it's the autumn. They come in riddled with parasites. So this time of year is the worst time of year. It's trying to get the information out there to the public of how they can help, and we over the years have seen a big improvement in the number of hedgehogs that we are rescuing and saving is because the public are finding them. The public are much more aware now. So I think for us that makes us feel that we're doing something worthwhile, that we are raising the awareness from when we first started, where the public's understanding of hedgehogs and what they needed was very limited, but now there's so many more people realising that support feeding actually works, and seeing the general public really enjoying it and coming up with stories about the hedgehogs that visit their gardens. The fact that they'll say, oh, I've not seen a hedgehog for years, we'll try support feeding, and then they'll message you back and go, I've seen a hedgehog, it's coming to my garden, it's feeding. Those are the moments that make it worthwhile. The most common things are the internal parasites, so we get a lot of lungworm, roundworm. We get a certain amount of fluke in this area as well, which they get from waterborne. Ringworm at this time of year is a really big issue because the hedgehogs get stressed by the internal parasites. The ringworm tends to be latent in their systems, but as soon as they get a little bit of stress, and that can be as simple as coming into rescue, then the ringworm takes hold. The ringworm can make the spines fall out, all the fur drop off. And so you have to deal with that as well as the internal parasites. So you can have a hedgehog coming in with 3 or 4 major things wrong with it that you have to try and sort out. If they're having a medication, it's really important we get the actual weight of the hedgehog on that day so we can give them the right dose amount. And then we just make notes down the side. I think they're a fascinating little creature. And every hedgehog that comes through my door has got its own little personality and character. You get to know some of them quite well. A standard worming treatment takes 3 to 4 weeks, so that you get to know their little personalities. And it's bittersweet when they're fit and well and ready to be released again. But you know in the end that's what you're doing it for, to get these lovely wild creatures back out in the wild where they belong.